Ahí. Rich. Una entrevista con Simon. Hoy os traigo un vídeo muy exclusivo. He logrado tener una entrevista con el creador de Hytale, también conocido por su famoso servidor Hypixel. Y bueno, todo el vídeo va a ser en inglés. Espero que disfrutéis, va a haber contenido exclusivo. Es un vídeo muy especial. Así que estoy ya con Simon y vamos a darle entrada. Hello Simon, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well, and how are you doing, my old friend? I remember, we've 10 years ago or 9 years ago, we were together in Los Angeles, and I was showing you the game. So it's very great to see you again, my friend.
Almost a decade. Holy moly. Life
Yeah,
happens.
it's been a long journey, my friend.
Oh my god. Well, these are exciting moments for you, Simon. This was impressive, all that happened in half a year.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun in the last few weeks, to say the least. Yeah, I'm back.
Nice. I really like, and it's inspiring to see what you are doing and how you are pushing Hytale. From this moment, I just want to say to the public that I wish you the very best. I wish the Hytale is successful in the upcoming months and years. And yeah, are you ready for a cool interview?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Got it. So first question, you have been away from Hytale's development for a while, and now you are back. So how has your role changed compared to the pre-announcement days?
My role has not really changed that much, but now I'm much more involved in the game vision and direction, and now I'm in full control of the game and the company. So, and also my role has changed in a way where I'm way more active with the developers on the day-to-day. I'm basically working every single day of the week, and I really want to push that home. I want to cross the finishing line with my team. And to be honest, working on Hytale has been such a great experience. I've been the most happy today that I've ever had in my whole life, to be honest. Like, I'm a creator. I want to create. And that the past few days has been so amazing. Like, everyone is laughing and having fun. It's been so great.
Yeah, just with the change of communication in social media, you can see that you are really pushing. Like, you are pushing and you are doing your best with Hytale, and it feels amazing to be living this episode. And yeah, that's super awesome. Hard question. Second one is gonna be a cool one. What kind of studio culture do you want to cultivate with the new chapter of Hytale?
Well, it's simple. For me, like, before I bought back Hytale, I was basically retired and living a good life, and I had 2 kids, and I was working in a small studio. I was, doing my normal life stuff. So I'm just here for fun. Right? I don't want to turn this into a business environment or a corporation. This should feel like a guild of friends that work together on a passion project, really. That's how I feel right now.
Nice. And the next one, what were the biggest lessons you learned while Hytale was outside your ownership?
Right, well, it's just like I said, I think personally, I'm the happiest when I create. So, and I really enjoy the pressure and to try to do impossible things. I always see people, when I was talking about buying back Hytale, people saying, I don't think it's possible. But whenever I see something like this, it just motivates me to do it. I love the impossible, and it's like saving Hytale and releasing it as soon as possible. That's what drives me the most.
For me, it felt surreal just watching everything happen on the internet. It was so incredible. And I know you, and I know that you are a creator, and creating feels you, and it's in your soul. And I think that now that you are having fun again, developing Hytale and creating in Hytale, like, you have that part of your soul back.
Exactly, yeah.
So reacquiring Hytale's IP is nothing short of historic. Video games companies typically prefer to keep unused IPs rather than let other developers strengthen their market position. How did you convince Riot and Tencent? Can you tell us more about how the process unfolded? I'm super curious.
Right. I can't go into the details, but what I could say is, I've had 2 other deals with Riot in the past, and it went super well. So I think they felt comfortable with me. And of course, I offered a lot of money to make sure that they would accept, because like they said publicly, they said they had other offers. So I was like, there's no way I can't. I will, if that game would have been in someone else's hands, it would have slipped away from mine. and I knew like my vision for Hytale is going back to the legacy engine where the vibe of the game is right. And this is why also we had to go back 4 years ago and use an old build to save the game as well.
Hytale is back to the roots. That's exciting, Simon. But yeah, many years passed. Have you inherited something from Riot that excites you, like something specifically of Hytale that you didn't have on the beginning, and now that you have it, it's like, oh, I have this, and I can use it for in the future.
I think the most interesting part is that we have so many beautiful NPCs, item, and blocks, and we also have like hundreds of design documents to look at and get inspiration from. We haven't used much of it yet, but it's like when you think about, oh, how do we expand the creative menu or creative vision? Well, we go on there and we see all these beautiful ideas, and then we get inspiration from it, and it's just, and also the combat. The combat, basically there were like 3 or 4 branches of combat on different combat. So what we did is like we are using a 2020 version mixed with the 2022 version and some visuals from 2023. It's like all
Oh
over
my
the place.
god, that's
So, yeah.
crazy that you are merging
Yeah.
3 years of development. Oh my god, of versions, super cool.
But yeah, it's been like a little bit the crazy. It's like whenever we see a feature, we have to make sure, like, okay, is there another similar feature elsewhere we can merge? But yeah.
So a little bit of topic. When we are developing projects, we have like old files, and I call that digital archaeology. When you got when you got Hytale back, did you some of this like some digital archaeology?
Okay, this is funny you bring it up because we have been calling this project archaeology project. So yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's super cool. Got it. So how has the project evolved since the cancellation?
Right. So, like about 3 months ago, we were doing the due diligence, which means like Riot got us to look at the game, make sure it runs right. But they gave us access to repair the game and do some little bit of work. But we were remotely accessing the game, so it was really hard. And then through that process, we had to go over 300 GitHub branches with prototype features across the game, like we just talked about. Like,
Yeah.
it was a Frankenstein. We thought it was archaeology with Frankenstein
Oh my
to
God.
fix the game. And then since then, we've been cleaning up the code, fixing bugs, and adding also some new features that makes a game basically.
Yeah, that's a rough thing to have like archaeology and Frankenstein things. So
Yeah.
good luck with
I think
that.
it worked out pretty well. But, that's why I keep telling people, the game is not good. We're gonna get there. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's all about time. After the trailer, player expectations were through the roof. How are you handling that pressure?
Well, I think the pressure is kind of reset in a way because of the cancellation. Like the worst case was, oh, the game is gone, and now it's back. So it's like a good reset, I think. And this is also why I released a quick gameplay video, just to remove the pressure that the team had. Like the video wasn't even planned, by the way. I recorded that in the morning, and then I told the team in the afternoon, "Hey, I made a video," and everyone was worried. I was like, "Guys, trust me, we need to remove the pressure." And then I released the trailer, the gameplay footage, and only 1 or 2 people saw it in the team. And when the video went live, everyone was like, "Oh, okay, it's actually good. So okay, it's a relief of pressure," and it worked well. Ever since then, everyone is focusing on the game. No one is worried about showing the game. Everyone is sending me screenshots to share. So, yeah.
That's super cool. What do you hope people say about Hytale 5 years after release?
You know what? It's like when I think about the games that I've been playing when I was like many years ago, I always think about the good times that I've been having with my friends, like the core memories, or with my friends and families. Like I remember playing, for example, like Diablo 2 with my childhood friend, and we were just, we had bad computers, so it was lagging all over the place. We were smashing the computer to prevent the lag because we thought that, oh, if we smash the computer, it's gonna go faster. This is the kind of memories that I'm talking about. It's been like, I don't know, like maybe 25 years since then, and plus more than that. We're getting old. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I want the players to go through, like experience the first time they see Zone 4, experience the first time they see an NPC like a dinosaur, Like these would be core memories they will share with their friends and family. So
I love that you want to generate and create core memories on gamers. That's super sweet. I like that. What's your biggest limitation at the moment? What's preventing you from fully achieving your ideal vision of for Hytale?
it's hard to say. I think because we're using an old build from 4 years ago, I feel like we have a lot of catching up to do. Like it's like we have lost 4 years, and I know that in 4 years we could have done so much. So I think my biggest limitation is that people will see the game and say like they might say, "Oh, is the game loop, is that it?" And then that might be a limitation like for people seeing the game for the first time and being somewhat disappointed. But they need to understand that that game went through like a hell of a journey. So
Death
yeah,
hell,
my biggest
literally.
yeah, exactly. So it died a couple times. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I think people need to know that this is an early access, and it's more like you guys are pushing for the future. Like, I
Yeah.
need to go through the present, and then in some months, some years, whenever the times come, suddenly the game is gonna feel way different with more mechanics, more features,
yeah, of
polished
course.
things, no books, blah blah blah. But it's gonna be a rough early access, and you are being super transparent about it.
Yeah, and I feel like my vision is like if we go 3 times faster, we can catch up in a few years, right? The time lost. So, but it's going to be very hard 3 years, and we have to work in a way where there's not much management, but there's a lot of doers. And right now, that's what we're doing, and it's working perfectly fine. Except, for example, like me, I'm working every day to make that happen. But I hopefully at some point it's going to be a little bit better. But the great thing about the team is that, for example, there's a person called Carter that works on creative tools. I haven't talked, well, I talk to him every day, but I haven't talked to him like specifically on what he's doing because I know he's good at it. So he keeps going. It's the same with like Scooter and everyone else, like in the team. They're so great. I don't need to handhold anyone. They're
That's
so
amazing.
great on their own. So it just goes fast.
That's amazing.
Here's the thing. The best thing you can do with your developer is leave them alone. Like
Trusting
engineers,
them.
artists, trust them, yeah.
Yeah.
And whenever they have questions, they come to you, make a decision, a good decision, and quickly, and they gotta go back and get things done. And what you need to do as well, as a game vision holder, is just you have to do everything, touch all of the game, all of the aspects. And I think one of the challenge with Hytale is that it's such a massive beast. There are some aspects of the game where you kind of have to trust people, right? For example, creative tools. I trust the people that we have to make it right. And then if I think about maybe the combat, right? Well, I want that to be involved. I want to be involved in that, but I also have a very good designer that I can just sync with him every day and just, we're aligned perfectly. And that's the thing. The great thing is like the current designer that we have, we're synced. Like we always agree with each other. And that designer have been a friend of mine for like 30 years at this point. So it's been such a great time.
That's super cool. Yeah, not losing time and being efficient on communication and workflow. It's amazing. So we are gonna have some photos. I'm gonna place here one, probably with some cute mobs that I personally like. So thank you, Simon, for these cool mobs. I really like them. Yeah, the next question is, what's one major design challenge, important design challenge, you are determined to solve before the early access launch?
When it comes to design, I would say the problem is that when we got the game, there was no game loop at all. Like when you think about the game loop in a creative game, you think about crafting your first tools, like making a house. It goes on and on and on. But the problem is that there was none of it. So, and also there was no loot in the game, but there were loot, but it just dropped like chicken, like all the animals were dropping chicken meat, So, and there was like no cooking recipe, but there were cooking recipe, but none of it made sense. So we're basically, in a few days, we have to make a whole game. So that's why I keep saying to people, like, the game is not good yet, but it's a challenge of configuration. We just need to take the time and just configure the game as we go. And we're going to spend the next few days just hammering that. Like this weekend, I'm going to spend the whole weekend with my designer, just try to make sense of all of this. So yeah, it's just, that's the biggest challenge right now. And I feel like the rest of the game is like all the systems are there to support us. Like we have an NPC system that works super well, but there's no configuration done. So we have two, three people that are actually actively working on the NPC configuration. So that's going on. That's why you can see like some of the skeletons were blocking and dodging and not doing the more crazy stuff, and then suddenly the Scarrak were just dumb animals, just auto-attacking and doing no damage. You can see the difference. And my goal long term is, of course, making sure that all of the NPCs make sense, right? All of the blocks make sense, all of the items make sense. Because if you think about other games, if they put a block in the game or an item or whatever, an NPC, they have like a special skill or a purpose in the world. And right now we don't have this. So yeah, that's my challenge right now.
You could say maybe that the current state of Hytale is like a jigsaw. You have like all the pieces of the puzzle, all these mechanics and
Exactly.
things, but you need to start placing together and making a full image and a full puzzle
Yeah.
that makes sense. And that's probably the gameplay loop.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's the most fun part if you think. If you think of it.
Yes, for me it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things that if you get it wrong, all people are going to be upset. So
Yes,
let's make sure we don't get it
because
wrong.
that's the experience of the player, and that's super important. The game feel, the gameplay loop is that's important.
And to be fair, if we mess it up, it takes a few changes and people can make their own version. I mean, for us, it's like the game is going to be easy to learn, hard to master. So maybe when people first try the game, they will say like, oh, it's just simple survival. But the truth is like someone could make a mod. Don't even need to be a developer. Like anyone could do it. Just use the asset editor. Just change the values, change the crafting, put it there, and you could make a hardcore survival. Within a week, you can have I think like one of the most downloaded mod of the game will be something like more survival, some more like hard mode, basically.
That's amazing. What are your top priorities for Hytale in the midterm, like 2 years?
In the 2 years, I'd say make the game stable, take care of a community, the modding community, and achieve the trailer vision. So we have a board somewhere in our design where, all right, we're watching the trailer and checking checkbox. Right? Oh, do we have this? Do we have this? Like, let's make the promises. Like we spend the less. I don't think it's gonna take 2 years, but at least like, let's go fast. Like for example, there were no minecart in the game, but like that took like 2 days to do. Right? These are simple wins that we want. The mount system was kind of broken, and you could ride only horses. And yesterday, we just said, hey, maybe we could spend some time. And now the RAM from the trailer is working, and the animations are getting better today. So it's like it's all coming together, but it's gonna take a while, of course. But I think like that's where we're going. The trailer is important, even if it's been so many years ago, like 7 years or something like this at this point. But I think it's the
2019 or 18?
18, yeah.
18.
So it's been a
Oh
while.
my God. Yeah, it's been a while. Slowly but surely, Simon. That's the important thing. No, don't worry about that. So you have stated a 10-year super plan, but by which year does Hytale need to start becoming profitable so it can keep going on and being a stable game for decades?
Right. I think I personally can back the game for a while, to be honest. Even if it's like, of course, if it's profitable, the production will be faster because I can just scale the team and reward the team. But I think, like personally, I'm not too worried. I can support that for a while. But yeah, it's just I'm not even thinking about this. I'm thinking about like fixing the game right now. So
the important things. I like that. I respect that, Simon. What is the worst case scenario you foresee? And also tell me the best. We are not gonna talk only about the worst.
Yeah, it's like I say this, but at the same time, I'm only planning for the worst, right? Because I'm thinking, all right, what is the worst case scenario? No one buys the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, I can support the game for another 10 years. It's fine. Of course, a smaller team, whatnot. But, I think this way I can just focus on making a great game. It removes the stress, the distractions, and everything else.
That's amazing. And the best one? I know that you are thinking on the worst, but what would be the best scenario?
I mean, it does super well, and then yeah, it's hard to say because like if it does super well, I can just do the things that I want to do with the game faster.
Yeah,
that's all I can
it
do.
would be speed up the process, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
And
it's just like
scaling is
everyone
important.
wins. Yeah, I'm not gonna pull money from that company. I just want to scale and just do something great, that people will remember and my kids will remember. So.
Okay, so some people watching might be studying game development at university. How challenging is it to create a game on Hytale's caliber?
I think it depends on the area of the game you want to work on. For example, anything that touched the engine is just wizard stuff, but there are other space of the game where like making a game like Hytale is more like a combination of talented people working together in sync with different set of skills. So it's very hard to answer. But I'd say, and it also like most of the team dropped school or have degrees that have completely makes no sense, like a chemistry degree or like if we have an artist with a math degree, like it makes no sense, you know. But this is the kind of team we are, right? We just want to make games.
So I remember in 2016 when you showed the prototype to me and I played it. How hard was in that moment already to make that game? Because those were the early days. Like you were maybe like 1 year in development. That was like super hard, or do you think it's achievable for newcomers and indie developers? Like having that prototype, because it impressed me.
It's hard to remember, to be honest. I think it was like very hard because it was very engine based, right? And I think if you are a new game dev, my suggestion would be you have like out of I would say you have two choices that make sense. Like you could try to start with modding because you can get instant feedback.
Important. Yeah.
And when I say modding, I also mean like map making, model making. Like just do something for the community. You're gonna have like a public right away. Because if you go ahead and try to make a game right there, there's a lot to do and it's a lot of work and it takes a while before getting feedback really. Whereas modding, you could make something today. For example, making the Raptor amount took us like 5 seconds, like copy paste, boom, and then you show to your friends and you get that first hope, the first like dopamine hit of your friends playing your stuff. You know, it's really fun.
Yeah. I can relate to that. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, if anyone is hearing us and has this feeling of creating something, you should do it, because when you release something to the public, and maybe you only get 5 downloads or 2 downloads, but when you get that comment or when you see a gameplay or a review, something, it's like a rush and it feels so great just creating and being like 100 hours doing a project for like a 10 minutes gameplay thing, but I don't know how to express it, but it just feels amazing.
It makes you happy.
Yeah, it makes you happy. So, what's your favorite video game? Off-topic question, Simon.
I would say I have 3 games that really changed my life in some ways. Like, of course, there's Minecraft because it has literally gave me a chance to be a game designer in some ways, and like, and also games like World of Warcraft. I've played that game for 20 plus years. I met a lot of my friends. This is where I met Philippe Rezes, the other owner of Hypixel.
Yeah, so I know Rezes.
They would be no Hypixel. Yeah, and then I would say like Diablo 2 because it's just like I've played so much of Diablo 2 back in the days, and it's just like the vibe of the game, the atmosphere, like the passion they had for the game back then. It's just incredible.
Damn, what a lineup! Minecraft, World of Warcraft, and Diablo 2. That's a good lineup. And does any part of it influence Hytale? Like.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, you're gonna see.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot. I really like our ARPG, which speaking of which, this year I've played Path of Exile 2 for like 600 hours.
Path of Exile 2, amazing.
Yeah. And we have a system that looks like this a little bit that I've had it like in the last 3 weeks. So you're gonna see at launch.
Amazing. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, talking about other games, what is the biggest similarity between Hytale and Minecraft? The biggest similarity?
I would say the blocks. No, I'm
the
kidding.
Blocks. Oh my god. What a silly question. Like, sorry.
No, I'm kidding, of course. I think it's maybe like the community vibe.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that would be it. Like, I think that it's very positive in a way, except when the game gets cancelled, but that's not going to happen with me. So don't worry, guys. Just keep... it's going to be fine.
Okay, so a video game is a blend of storytelling, gameplay, visuals, music, and much more. Which aspect of Hytale are you most proud of, and why?
Oh, you're asking me to pick my favorite kid right there. I would say the visual, because it's like we've been experimenting a lot with different engines and art style in the early days. And honestly, it's the artist to get it right. I've played a lot of these games recently, in the past 15 years, and they always like miss the mark to the vibe that you get. And it's a very hard to get it right because you have to have different skill sets of talent to work on it to come together to achieve that result. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Cool. What kind of Hytale user-generated content are you most excited to see?
Oh, you know what? We don't even have PvP content. Well, we do have the PvP, but we don't have content for it. So I think like someone that could bring like some kind of PvP content, duels or Hunger Games or something like right like within the next week, they would do super well. Because here's a little fact here: the combat that you've seen in the videos was balanced around PvP like many years ago. So that's why, like, I, personally, when I watch the gameplay footage, I'm cringing a little bit because you can see like all of the weapons launch forwards a little bit, and it's because of PvP mechanics, really, that we had in mind. And the combat was not yet balanced for PvE, which we have, like, for example, the launch forward when you do a special attack has now been nerfed a little bit, so that it doesn't pull you forward all the time when you're fighting mobs. But in PvP, it felt right, so maybe you would just need some kind of balance there. But yeah, like anyone making user like modding like PvP or a server or something, or even private, like for you, for example, you could go with your friends and have a PvP fight. Hunger Game style, don't even need mods, really. You just talk with each other to place in a around the circle and just go, you know. Just you play like this. You just a map maker could do this with private games. So
I need to comment that, yeah, like watching how the attacks and special attacks on the trailer and the footage feels it feels like way more polished than other games, Minecraft. So that you have on the mind at the beginning, like we are gonna have a great combat system. That's
yeah.
amazing, and I think it's gonna help a lot. Not only PvP, but also exploration and dungeon crawling and the whole world of Orbis and Hytale and everything.
And something important like client side anti cheat and stuff like that. Like we're gonna have full control of the
Cool.
entire game. But by the way, none of the anti-cheat stuff is done or even started right now.
Mm-hmm.
We did hire some people just now, but like give us some time. Mini games is not gonna be for lunch anyways.
Yeah, yeah. To keep everyone expectations, this is gonna be a long journey. So yeah, I think we need to be patient with the development. You guys are doing magic right now. Just going back some questions ago, talking about the jigsaw Frankenstein thing, that was scary. I don't wish any developer on that situation. Okay,
Exactly.
so we're gonna place here another cool image, maybe with some hostile creatures, maybe a skeleton. And hope you like this, and thank you again, Simon, for it. And yeah, the next question. In the last post, it was emphasized repeatedly that modding is the essence of Hytale. Why it is so important to you? And don't you think map making is more valuable?
Well, I consider map making modding for iTel at least because you could make a map, change a little bit of the NPCs and everything, and you could package this into like a zip file and it would all come together. So basically, modding is a term I use for mods, servers, and map makers. So
So you
everyone
are
is
telling
winning.
me that modding map making is in Hytale will be more or less merged, like it's gonna feel the same.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, because
Got it.
the way I see ITL is that if you want to get started into the game development,
Mm-hmm.
you start with just making a map, like a simple map,
Yeah.
and then slowly over time add NPCs, add items, and all of this is just configuration. You could watch YouTube videos, and I think the people that are going to do well in the YouTube space are people that teaches how to make maps and go beyond maps and just keep going because you don't need to touch code for a long while. You could go very far without touching Java. And our goal is so that we make it so that the game could be modded, map make to like absolute limit without touching any code. That's our dream. And eventually we can have bring tools for you guys, like visual tools, like Unreal Engine 5, for example, where you have the blueprint system, you link stuff together. So designers and mapmaker will be able to touch this and the code will work in the background. All of this super easy, super user-friendly, and it's going to do something great. It's going to teach people how to become game developers, and they're going to be like experiencing what it feels to create.
Cool. So I've been creating maps and experiences, and of course I'm interested on having in my hands Hytale and trying stuff. I've been doing this for 11 years, Simon. What would you say what are the benefits of starting to create content in Hytale now, even though it's still early in development?
I would say pretty much like everything is kind of easy to configure right now, even if you don't have experience. So, like, I will give you an example. I'm not a programmer at all. In fact, on the Minecraft server, I'll be honest, I have 0 Git commit on the Minecraft server. On Hytale, I have hundreds of commits, and I'm actively changing JSON files. I'm having a blast. You know, Mapmaker will be able to experiment and explore. Like I said, you can edit items, NPC blocks, just. And also, whenever you edit something, you don't need to reset the server, so you see the result right in your face. So for Mapmaker, this is massive, and we will add more tools like visual tools and stuff to help mapmakers. And I think you should read the blog post from Slikey that he posted yesterday. It's great, and
you are releasing too many posts, Simons, and gameplays and tweets, and I can't keep up.
I warned you, though. I warned you.
Yeah.
And I feel like
you're keeping your promises, but I can't keep up. I have a life.
Exactly. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with everyone here on this interview. I still didn't read that post, and I need to check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super interested, to be honest.
And because like I don't like so speaking of like, oh, we're early in development. Well, the thing is, like, for the past several years, we're not really breaking stuff with the JSON files and map making. Like, we're not like actively breaking stuff on that end. Maybe code-wise, it might break a few times, but I think for the JSON files and like the basic map making,
it just
I don't
works,
think...
right?
Yeah, it just works right away. Like, we don't need to change anything, you know, at least.
Nice. Well, as you know, we are currently finishing Calamari Desert, a sci-fi adventure map that makes the most of vanilla Minecraft. And Dajeta, the lead programmer, asks you this question. Since the game won't be launched as a fully polished AAA title, modding and map making are probably the most exciting aspects for me. We already know that Java, C# and JSON will be used to create content. But what should I learn in advance to prepare before the early access release?
Right. I think you only need to learn like how Java works to some degree if you want to push the limits. JSON files, I mean, that's super simple on its own, so it's not really a learning curve. You just need to open the code, like that. It's not even code at this point, JSON.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would say what you can prepare is maybe your design ideas, you know, just to get ready. And eventually we're going to be making guides ourselves, and we're going to seek people in the community that wants to make guides. We're going to promote them. It's just like we want to create this place of just learning. But right now we're in a situation where we don't have much time to make those tutorials and guides. So hopefully after launch, we're going to have like a lot of these happening.
Yeah, I think the top priority is having the game ready and polishing and adding content. So I think everyone will understand that some things will happen later. Okay, this is a fun one. Do you remember the in-game cinema where you showed one of my YouTube videos in Los Angeles, in game on Hytale? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, that blew up my mind. Like what happened? And I'm gonna ask you, will that feature be in the early access version?
The feature right now is broken because
Okay.
I think it's a license issue or software issue. I'm not too sure because that software, that the code that we were using has been abandoned a few years ago. Like, not on our side, but then the license play. I don't know how it works, to be honest. But the good news is we found an open source option just a few weeks ago. However, it takes a few weeks of work. My developer said maybe 3 weeks of work to make it work. And so it will come back. So the dream is alive.
Nice.
It will not be for lunch because I don't want that developer to be spending time on this for lunch.
It's
But
not like a top
I
feature.
really want to say, like, that would be amazing to make maps and have your video play in there. You could have cinematics. You could have like, or have a party with your friends. Bring your friend over, watch a video together. This feature is massive for me, and I really want to push it.
Nice. I'm happy that the dream is alive. But yeah, I think it's not like a top priority. So no rush. Okay, next one. Back in 2016, you told me there wouldn't be redstone as such, and that automation or automatic farms would work differently. Besides being a map maker, I'm also a player who really uses those mechanics. Has anything changed in that aspect of Hytale?
Yeah, so we want to approach automation, but later. I don't want, like, my first goal is to do the trailer, and we did not do any redstone or automation in there, and yeah. But I think like everyone loves automation. All of our devs loves automation. And if you think about the mod create, for example, well, if these mod makers come to ITIL and they do it before we do, I'll be honest, I would just hire them and pay to buy their mod because it's so cool. But you know, I don't want to make promises and or with automations or system like Redstone, but we did experiment with some ideas, even including NPCs in the process. Like you think about like the NPCs taking care of your farm and stuff like that. No promises, but I think this is where automation and NPC could work together. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this, but again, no promises.
Yeah. So no promises, not on the pipeline, but maybe
Yeah,
you could
I
explore
think
it.
I would say event for sure at some point, but I'm not sure when.
Yeah.
So I really want to do it, but I don't want to say like
Yeah.
years, you know.
I understand. Okay, cool. So this, for me, it's also an important thing. Can you tell us about the skin system? Will creators be able to have specific skins approved by you? Or does the editor allow us pixel by pixel editing? For me, it's very important to have my skeleton dark, and yeah, like I need to have my wither skeleton skin.
Yeah. You know, this is probably one of the hardest question, and people might not like the answer, but it's like I understand that people are coming from Minecraft and maybe Roblox and are expecting like full control of their avatar. But I feel like there's several reasons, right? It might be distracting from the art style, like having like people that are making weird skins or offensive skins. Of course, we could moderate, but to be honest, like it would be a nightmare to do so. Like I just want to keep our team small for now. Like I don't want to make promises. We will explore having some kind of submission system later on, but right now, I just want to relieve that pressure from from ourselves to say like, look, we're gonna take a look later, but I understand it's important, and also it gives a little bit of time to artists to try to match the art style to make sure it works. And to be honest, like on a personal level, I think it would be great for us as well to have the community help us with that, because then it would relieve the pressure that we have on our artists. I want my artists to be making, you know, other things than cosmetics, obviously, and avatar stuff. So yeah, again, no promises. There's much to do. Maybe in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. I don't want to make promises, but this is something in my mind. I want to please everyone, but sometimes when you try to please everyone, everyone is disappointed. So, and I think for us, it allows us to be in a position where if we control the avatar, we can keep the price of the game very low, because our founder edition helps us counter that. So the countries that don't have much money are able to buy the cheapest version of the game and experience Hytale. Meanwhile, the people that wants to support the game, they can buy the bigger version because we control the avatar completely. So there's a lot of things to think about. I am very transparent here. That's my thought process. I don't have an answer right now, but for release at least, let us be in control. And also something super critical is that I want to take 0% from server owner, map makers, everyone, so that they come to the game and just create and bring people in. And it's not it's a bad business decision if you think about it, because then people are making money, you're making zero. But first, my big win for that is I don't have to manage any of it. I don't need to hire 300 people to moderate, control payments, and all of that. But from a business perspective, yeah, we might be in a situation where, okay, we need more money. And if we control the cosmetics, the official cosmetics, of course, then we might make enough money to just keep pushing with the mini games and the team just scale faster and help those communities of modders to make tools, right? That would be the ideal scenario. And of course, servers could make their own cosmetics. They could sell their own cosmetics that, have more options. We're gonna see that. It's okay as long as they don't, mess around with our cosmetics, and we're not gonna be exaggerating. Like it's gonna be fair, and yeah, that's my vision.
Yeah, I understand. No worries about that. It's like a cool thing, but it's also super complex. Just imagine moderating. Oh my god, such a pain. Also,
and I think
the style, it's super rough. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we make some compromises. Is maybe with a mask or something for some specific
And
people
a
at some point.
skeleton, Simon, do it.
Yeah, maybe a
Add a black
skeleton or
skeleton
something,
for
you know?
me.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you just tell about the prices, and like 1 hour ago, you just released it and announced the prices, and I noticed that the price was even cheaper than you told me like a month ago.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
happened? Because I'm impressed of how accessible the game is gonna be. And just like a note, this year Sixon also was released like super cheap. And now when Hytale comes, it's also gonna release super cheap, and this is super healthy for players. So yeah, tell me about this.
I think like first of all, this is a very risky decision on my end because like uh we're talking about maybe it reduced the income by 50%. I don't know. But I hope that it allows more players to play Hytale and touch the creative tools and start creating content. And it just becomes this massive thing, like a big community that just keep growing and growing. And maybe we will have success with just the sheer number of players, right? My worry is that the game is not good enough right now. So maybe like this easy access is maybe like sending the wrong message, but I hope I'm right. Hopefully it's like a no-brainer. It's like, oh, the game is cheap. I'm gonna try it out. Oh, it's not finished. I'm gonna have a bunch of warning in game, blah blah blah. That says this is work in progress. So yeah, and the TLDR is like I did not feel comfortable charging more for the game, but I also wanted to give the options with like supporter and founders edition to make sure that okay, if you've been a supporter of us, you can do it this way. That's great. We're gonna give you cosmetics and whatnot. Um, yeah, so that yeah, I just wanted to send a clear statement, I think. It's just like I'm going on and like it's just I don't know. I'm having fun. It's a decision that I took like yesterday. It's like, hey, what if we price the game? Like initially we're thinking about like 29, 27, we're not sure. It's like, you know what? Why not 19.99? Let's go, you know. We're gonna have a lot more fun with this way. And we're here for fun, so it is what it is.
Simon, you're a gigachad. It's amazing. I really like what you're doing. It's exciting just entering on Twitter and hey, yeah, another crazy tweet from Simon.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Little bit cute.
we are gonna place here the last photo. I think this Simon told me it's gonna be a special one. I didn't see it yet, so I don't know what he has planned, but yeah, exclusive
I
photo.
don't want to laugh, but it might be funny.
Okay, okay. Really excited to see it. So, two final questions. Any final words for the future Spanish-speaking Hytale community?
Oh, yeah. So the
But, one second, you need to answer in Spanish. Ahora lo tienes que decir en
Oh,
español.
wait. I don't know a single word in Spanish. Don't put me on the spot. But yeah, to be honest, like the Spanish community is massive. Like I see you guys out there sending me messages, and I read them all. I'm using Translate, of course.
Oh, you
But I
told me
appreciate this.
months ago and years ago that you were translating my videos to know my reaction.
I don't know what's going on with the Spanish community, but like there have been like 50% of this tweet that I see, it's the Spanish community. It's been so great. And
We are really
I
passionate,
just want to
guys.
tell the community like I appreciate the support. It's just been incredible. And to be honest, like the Spanish community have made a big difference in terms of my motivation to save the game. So thank you everyone, and thank you to Elrich for sending me messages to and saying, "Hey Simon, you need to buy Hytale. Go for it, go for it." So he has been pushing me a lot to be honest.
Oh, that's so sweet from you. Yeah, like the Spanish community is super passionate and chill also. They're chill guys. I think they're gonna understand that this is like a long journey. This is
Yeah.
special. This is what is happening right now is I think is history. We will see on the upcoming years, but I'm excited. So the big moment, Simon. And I told you that I was gonna ask you this. To conclude, can't you share any not yet revealed details with us? You have got like hundreds of thousands of viewers right now, hoping for a new teaser. Do you have anything?
Yeah, maybe I have a little bit. To be honest, I'm not even sure if I talked about it. So the thing we're working on a feature right now, it's like it's not a big deal, but I think it's important. It seems small, but it's important. It's like I want to be able in your single player to be able to invite your friend, which seems like a normal feature, but some other popular game don't have it, right? Being able to just play in single player and invite your friend, and it would join your game with no need to change your firewall settings. And for Steam games and other games, it's super normal because they handle that. But for us, like we had to do a little bit of wizardry. But that was important for me to just be able to just invite your friend, they join. That means like right now we're working on a friend list system so they can invite and whatnot. And I want the game to feel more social in a way. And I was even thinking, what if to invite your friend, you have to make a portal and they join your game and they go out through that portal. You know, make it more like immersive. And it would make the game feel more like a fake MMO in some ways. Yeah, of course, you could have, you know, if you invite your friend and he has cheated, he could bring his cheat items. But I'm just saying, like, between friends, we don't cheat usually. So that's what I'm thinking like right now, because we have all of the technology or so. And so if we can make that happen, that would be incredible. Of course, there's still some challenges of making the friend list and all that system. But like, yeah, it's just, I was about to say big spoiler, but I will hold myself. I don't want to make promises. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I have so many much more surprises that you're going to see in the coming days. Yeah, it's super exciting.
Nice, nice. I want to say that 70% of the games I have played that have online, and I tried online, are usually pain in the ass to join a friend. And it's like, trying to make a server, the invite is not going, where's the friendship invitation, blah, blah, blah. If you guys get this right, that's like a huge thing. Like making it easy and quick and simple.
I'm going to give you one more spoiler.
Oh.
Proximity chat, voice chat, proximity chat. We're working on it.
Chat.
Not sure for early access, but imagine you see your friend coming out of the portal and just screaming. That would be funny. Also,
that would be
cool. We're working in a system that you could you could be a setting, right? A host setting that you could turn on, that your friend could bring his item from his world. That's why I wanted to feel like a little bit of MMO, like Terraria is doing. It's a perfect example. So your friend could join your world and bring his items or not, if you allow him. And then you could just voice chat and scream at each other and whatnot and have fun. And by the way, the voice chat system is very important to me because we could have games that are like more social, like horror games or like don't scream stuff, that kind of stuff. So that's super exciting to me. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. To be honest, I'm super excited for everything and to try Hytale again. Super excited. Simon, thank you very, very much for this exclusive interview. It was amazing. And you shared a lot of thoughts and a lot of history and, like many things about Hytale. But also, you told us your favorite video games. And, did you have fun? It was fine and good for you, Simon.
Oh yeah, I've been having a great time with you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and hopefully next time it's going to be in-game.
Oh, that would be exciting. That would be super cool, Simon. So do you think that the early access is going to be released before 2030?
Before GTA 5. Before GTA 6, not 5,
Before GTA 5, confirmed, Simon has a time machine.
Oh shit, you have to go back. But yeah, before GTA 6 for sure. The next few days I'm gonna announce a date. To be honest, like at this time of recording, we're not even we're not sure 100%. It's just like being just legal stuff. Like we're still transferring the names and everything. There's a lot of stuff going on that we don't have control on. We're still receiving files from the transfer of the game. So there's a lot of things moving. We're moving really fast, working every day. And yeah, the game is broken. We're going to release it broken. But the only thing holding us is just like security issues, legal issues, and stuff like that. So let's see how it goes in next year.
But Simon, are you confirming right now that we are not going to wait to 2027 to play Hytale?
No. You're not going to wait.
Like 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure. Before GTA 6, 100%.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. 100%. This is a promise, Simon. You need to keep it. 2027. Before 2027.
Okay. Did I keep my promises so far?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice. Exciting
Like I said,
times,
like,
Simon.
I
Exciting
can
times.
only earn the trust of people if I, by my actions. So I cannot ask for it. I can just do, and that's it.
Amazing. Thank you very much for your time, Simon. I hope you had a cool time here. Your answers were amazing. And yeah, if people want to know more about Hytale, the web is on the description. Also, you have Simon's Twitter. You can go there for cool previews and information of the future of Hytale. And thank you so much, Simon. This was amazing.
Thanks to you, and goodbye to everyone. Thanks for listening.
Adiós a todos. Goodbye. Adiós.